Yo, what's up, beautiful soul? So I wanted to come back with y'all and come do another murder as I was watching the news. I seen this young lady, Christina Yung Lee. She was literally going up to her apartment. She was followed 7 flights of stairs by this young man. There ends up being an altercation, and then next thing you know, she is brutally stabbed, and now there's this big situation on first and foremost of Asian hate crime, which I want to get squared away. I also, as a oracle, I'm able to dive into the energy of this case and figure out what really happened at a soul level. Okay. Um, so first, we want to talk about, as you see this young man, he is of Asian descent. Okay, this is him. Okay, listen. So this right here, this is the false narrative. Asian, anti-Asian hate crime. You see what the false narrative is being forced in humanity for us to hate each other, when clearly this man is of an Asian descent. Okay, so this is him being escorted from the police station. All right, this is the beautiful young lady that she is an art director that was brutally stabbed. So as I dove into the energy of this case, um, I immediately, spirit told me that he has some type of trauma from when he was a child, childhood trauma, of identifying with himself. Okay, he was in Chinatown. He followed an Asian woman upstairs. He's clearly Asian descent. He was born under hostile conditions where he had this in a psychosis of who am I? And then now I'm hate who I am. You understand what I'm saying? Um, but not per se in a harsh type of way. He was clearly schizophrenic and mentally ill. Um, through the trials and tribulations he's been through in life, right? Um, but I wouldn't pair a hate crime with a schizophrenic homeless man who's battling childhood trauma of who he is and the people who he felt was his family turned on him in a mental space. And so he went upstairs to definitely he wasn't supposed to do what he did. Okay. Um, but when Spirit played it out to me what happened while he was upstairs, this young man was basically they found him with bruises from head to toe. They found her with bruises, and then they found him stabbed. Okay, he was not. How would he have gotten a knife if she wouldn't have gotten the knife for him? Okay, so this is where I want to. This is where I want to draw the attention. There's mentally ill people out here, and people don't. They consider people that's mentally ill, homeless, in a whole totally different class of human being. Okay, so as they're like badgering this man on the news and on YouTube, you notice that they're saying anti um, Asian hate crime, but then they're making it like all homeless people are and mentally ill people are killers or murderers, right? Okay, so we want to put that indotation into when a person approaches a homeless person, they're immediately giving them a side eye or a disrespectful undertone. Okay, which is triggering these crazy people to be even crazier. Okay, so when he went into this residence, not saying what he did was right. If she would have to equip herself to deal with this type of painful anguish, which she shouldn't have to do because there should be mental asylums of people out here getting help. But if she probably wouldn't have fought with panic and went to go like kill him, like run to get a knife and like it was like energy was feeding and festering off of each other, if that makes sense. So all this energy fed off of each other and caused a bigger demon. You understand what I'm saying? When all this young man needed was some type of like, it's crazy because he did stab her, but he needed some type of love, a lack. He operated in a place of lack, which caused him to be vulnerable to back to the 3D versus the 5D, to these unseen forces that attaches to the human being at a core level when you are at a place of lack and you have not healed childhood trauma, you have not done that shadow work. Now we're homeless. Now we're literally in this place of, now you have a lot of money and I'm homeless, but we're in the same situation. We're both just miserable. You understand what I'm saying? I literally feel like it could have ended differently. Now follow me. There has not been a false narrative put in humanity that all homeless people are crazy. So then you treat the person as if they are a lunatic and they're crazy. And now all they have to do is be exactly who you manifested them to be. Come on now. That's deep, right?
Some things never change.
So now as we look at these pictures,
always leaving tiny toys on the floor.
as we look at these pictures, we clearly see that he is of an Asian descent, of some type of like, where he felt like he was looking for something. This is the difference between someone whose soul's completely lacking. You understand what I'm saying? Lacking. Yeah. So this is what the narrative is being pushed. And I feel like, let's just throw race out the window. This was a schizophrenic man who was left on the streets, homeless, hurt. There's lacking mental places where people can get help without feeling like a prisoner. And then, it's unfortunate because there's a thin line between a killer and a sophisticated being. I really feel like he was triggered to be the worst part of himself. He could have possibly went up there not wanting that to happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? You don't have to know them to love them. You don't have to know them to wish them well. Okay? We keep subconsciously pushing these false narratives and these judgments and these stereotypes. But when the stereotypes become real because you don't spoke them into existence, that man probably very well wasn't a killer. But because of the panic and the let me go try to defend myself and bringing that to existence that he's a killer, it turned him into a killer. This man went looking probably for something, and he was met with judgment. He was met with someone who was a privileged American. So now this privileged American has now bumped elbows with this homeless, crazy man. And now there's this big false narrative on he hunted her down and he slain her. Which it did turn out to be she was slain, but the man needed help before it even got to that manner. And if us as human beings loved on each other, regardless of where they are, how they are, we're able to nurture someone with a mental incapability, and we were able to empathize a lot of things wouldn't happen. Because for every action, there's a reaction. You feel me? Have a beautiful night. I send love and light to all you beautiful souls. Love, love, love is the only thing that combats evil. Okay? Love is the only thing that combats evil. If you love the killer, they might not kill you. They just haven't been loved. Namaste. Rest easy, Queen.